Hello.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Hello.
How's it going, everyone? Are you having a good day?
So guess what? I was like, Sean, what are we going to talk about for the first minute? And he was like, I'll tell a really good joke and it'll be really good and impressive. So we're here to listen to it now. Sean?
Yeah. Okay. So I got this candle the other day, linen palm.
Okay.
I thought this guy died a long time ago, huh? John Lennon, palm. You get it?
I get it, but what's the joke?
John Lennon sounds like linen.
Okay. And is that the joke you said was really funny, or was that going to come after?
Oh no, I panicked.
Okay, because we're running out of time here, Sean. Let us know, guys, if that joke was hilarious or not.
It was pretty good, guys.
See you guys on after the intro. Goodbye.
See ya.
Hello.
Hello.
Sean, welcome back. It's been 2 weeks since our last freaking podcast.
Yeah, it's been a lot of time, hasn't it?
What have you been up to?
Oh, and me, you know me. Last time I said I was watching Attack on Titan. This time I'm watching Batman the Animated Series.
That's sick. That we can relate to. That's American.
Yes, it's American born. I love Kevin Conroy. He's an amazing Batman in the video games.
You lost me with this nerd shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I'm your foil.
What have you been doing?
So I've been back home, everybody, like in New Jersey for the last week, 2 weeks, and Trump's getting indicted, and my mom is a big Trump head.
That's your personal stuff? Oh,
yeah. Well, my mom is a big Trump head, and I'll be then she'll have on the news, and then she kind of start getting riled up, and I'm I find it amusing. Yeah. She thinks I find it amusing because I'm a radical leftist, being haha. I just find it amusing because I find it ridiculous. I just find the whole seeing these Trump supporters still, and it's just funny to me. Yeah. But she said, you sound, I forget, she was just telling me, because the problem is she always ropes me in. She'll be saying something ridiculous, and I'm just kind of finding it funny, and then she'll start going on about this big conspiracy with big mask company, big pharma, and then I'm getting then I kind of get roped in, and she's like, nobody ever wore a mask ever except for surgeons. That was the only thing ever until COVID. And I'm like, I just don't know about that.
That's just not true.
And then she's like, Aiden, don't go around spouting facts that are just not true. And I get it. But then she's like, you sound, you know what you sound like? You sound exactly like the people, you clearly been watching CNN. And I'm like, Mom, I watch Legal Eagle on YouTube. Okay. Unbiasedly breaking down the trial. And I watch
the game Grumps, Mom. I watch the game Grumps.
And I still don't keep up. But I find it amusing.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty funny. No one wore a mask aside from surgeons. It's well, why do surgeons wear the mask?
Well, that was for spit. That's her whole thing. But everything else is bullshit.
No, that makes sense. Spit? Because you got
yeah, and she's saying that
surgery.
And so then all the other stuff is is lies fed by Big Mask.
Big Mask.
I see it swaying you. You're clearly...
Bro, it's like a $5. How much are masks these days? $5.
You get a pack of 1,000 for $3.
Exactly. So I mean, is there really that much money to be made on the masks?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't know. I am a little swayed. She is swaying me a little bit. Big Mask.
See?
Big Mask sounds like a Batman villain.
It's interesting. I feel with my mom's opinions, how it's certain things that are people have done that are illegal or whatever are no, this wasn't actually that bad. And then
really
other thing, I feel I don't know, just with all this Trump stuff, it's there's allegations or whatever, and she's like, this is clearly bullshit.
Yeah,
and then it's also
from
like
the leftists.
yeah, and then it's also like, and Biden is clearly doing this to interfere with the election, and it's like based on like nothing. This is like New York state laws that have like Biden has no jurisdiction over. So that's where I get like lost, because then I'm like, why are we conspirizing? But then I don't know. It's all funny.
Does your
to me.
mom believe the election was stolen? Is she one of those Trump heads?
I don't know. I don't know, man. It's just interesting. I feel like the whole election like could have been rigged, but I also feel like him winning was like all election fraud too, like the first time around. So I'm like, I don't even care.
I think we should.
Did. We rigged it partly because we had all those ballots. Remember?
Me and you.
Yeah, remember because that was the vote-in year, the year you could mail it in, and we stole all those ballots and then.
Oh right, dude, I forget so much. All the shit.
And then
that we
rigged
used to
it,
do.
so at least with the state of New York and also 6 other states, we helped do it with.
Yeah, but we don't do that stuff anymore.
Well, we were paid off by Trump's lawyers,
Oh yeah.
which I guess we
I
shouldn't have
don't-
been talking about on the podcast.
I guess we should not talk about it on the podcast. That's right.
It's interesting. I always wonder why they reached out to us, because it was like,
We're
like-
guys who get stuff done.
yeah, but it was like, okay, we need you to steal millions of ballots and fraudulently mail in different results. It took a lot of planning, tactical precision, just something that like, I don't know, was on our resume. Like, yeah, we pulled it off flawlessly, but it was
Election stealer is on my resume.
really, because you seem to have forgotten about it.
It's still on my resume, which is why I was confused when I was looking at
Yeah.
my resume the other day. I was like election stealer, like baby maker, like what are these titles? Like, why was I a baby maker for the last 11 years? It doesn't make any sense. I didn't have sex until like 2 months ago.
But it gets me frustrated because I'm like, no, I'm not either. I don't like any of it.
Are you? Oh, you're a centrist.
And I find it all funny.
You're a middle guy. You sit in the middle.
Well,
and
I
you
just
laugh
feel
at
like
everybody.
I really got to do more research before I take like a strong stance, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
How much do you know? Bro, I'm not out here spewing my word, dude. You got to earn it, okay? This is the word of a yeah, okay. I can't just let some politician.
Just say you're a guy.
I'm more important than other people.
Oh, okay. I think I'm less important than other people.
That's why we're like such good foils of
Oh
each
my
other.
God, we're such good foil. We are such good foil. Yeah, I don't know, because politics in America is so funny because everything is like shifted so far to the right that the people on the left in America aren't necessarily the left in other places in the world. That's what I've learned from school. So,
Dude, I went to the dentist yesterday for an annual cleaning.
holy shit, the dentist.
And I couldn't even get it done because apparently I have a fractured tooth. Like half my tooth broke off and I didn't even notice. I don't even know how long.
Did you swallow it? You swallowed the rest of your tooth?
I guess I swallowed it. I vaguely remember a night where I felt like I like broke my tooth and then I was like, I guess not. And like, it's been a minute and I've been like hard chewing like ice and popcorn kernels and shit. And he was just like, the way he said, he's like, yeah, do you feel pain here? And I'm like, no. And he's like it was almost like he was like kind of surprised. Like how did it get this fucked up and you didn't notice? Like, it was like, how did it get like half your tooth is missing. There's a crack down it and you don't feel anything. And I was like, well, I don't know, man. Smoke a lot of weed. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's 1,000% not it.
I have dreams of my teeth falling out all the time ever since I was little.
Dude, I had a dream the other night that it was like the hardcore apocalypse, and I like fully accept it. Like, 1 minute talk show's over. Like there's greater things here. Like most people are dead, and it was like hard to come to terms with.
Really? Like, did you go through full arc during your sleep?
Yeah, but it's really fading from me now. Like exactly what happened. But there were a lot of people involved, including my family.
Yeah,
but I remember
sometimes
like
you
being
just
like,
wake up-
wow, all those things that were important. It sucks now. I kind of wish I was just focusing on like dumb shit and my stupid show now that I'm going through the actual apocalypse. It really put things into perspective.
Really? And now it's completely worn off, and now you've gone back to being the Scrooge McDuck that you are.
Probably like by the time I finished my morning coffee, I was back to myself.
No, that's how I feel. Like dreams don't last that long for me. Like I'll go through a dream where like I I'm convicted of some terrible crime, and then
I remember like in middle school once, like in late middle school, I had a dream where like I was dating this girl that like I knew, like just I think it was just like very random, but like in the dream we had like kind of a relationship. And this girl that like I knew in elementary school that like I barely knew. And then like when I woke up and for like I remember the first 3 hours afterwards, I had this feeling where I was just thinking like, man, I miss her. Like I didn't like know her.
Yeah, I get those. I get
shake
those.
it.
Yeah, I had a dream where me and you were in New York, like walking around, and then like I messed up. I didn't talk to a girl right, and you're like, man, you missed your opportunity. And then you walked off, and then there's a lady like out, like sitting and having lunch, and then I walked up to her and I said something about poop or something, or I don't know, I don't remember. But I totally got her. I totally picked her up, and then like I came back to you and told you, and you're like, whoa, you got her with a poop line? And I was like, yeah. And then I don't know. Flash forward in the dream, like I wake up in the dream, and then I'm like, oh, I guess I missed last night. And you and the girl you were driving, and you and the girl were like, yeah, you missed last night. Oh my God, it was so nice. We had so much fun. And then the dream went on. But, you know, not everything's as interesting as your dreams.
Yeah, okay. Guys, we're going to take a really brief pause, and then we're going to come right back. And when we come back, we're going to talk about even more really cool things.
Wow, I wonder what it could be. Could it be more Batman?
Probably not. See ya.
See ya.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, everybody. How's it going?
Sean, I've got some news for you that I really like today.
More news, bro.
I've got like one news, bro.
Bro, the fucking world has got to stop, man. With all this new news, I haven't caught up yet.
So, officers in Pennsylvania spotted a school bus that was reported stolen. On Tuesday, it was reported stolen, right?
Okay.
The driver was 25-year-old Tony Saunders. He nearly flipped the bus over and eventually drove it into a neighborhood where he got out of the vehicle and started running through the woods alone. So this is after he stole a school bus alone. And
okay.
Then as he was running away in the forest, he stripped all of his clothes. Just cause.
Yeah.
And then later when they apprehended him, he did admit to taking the bus earlier in the day after crashing a BMW. So he explained it.
So wait, what? So he stole a BMW and then stole a bus and then went into the woods?
No, he crashed a BMW, so he stole a bus.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then he crashed the bus.
Oh.
Yeah, it makes sense because he didn't have a BMW anymore.
Okay, yeah.
And then this was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Oh, so I forgot to mention also while all this was going on, in the back of the bus, there was nothing but a dead deer.
What?
He also explained that he had put a dead deer in the back of the bus because he planned. This is what really got me and why I want to talk about it. Because he planned to take it home to use as fertilizer for his gardens.
What?
This man is smarter than everybody.
Oh my God. Do you think why did he crash the BMW? Did he hit the deer? Is that what happened?
Oh, maybe maybe that's what happened. He crashed and he was like, okay, I could look at this as a bad thing.
Or
right?
I can look at a glass half full.
I could take what? Yeah, what is it? Making a lemonade. He's like, or I can make lemonade out of these lemons.
Now that you struggled for that for a second, making lemonade.
Yeah, I forgot what lemons were. I was like trying to be like, he made a tree out of the lemons, and I knew that wasn't right, so I didn't want to say it. But now you brought it out, and I'm embarrassed, and everybody's thinking about it.
No, but that's really crazy though, because like, what if there were kids in the bus?
I feel like maybe he would have just chose a different bus. Because there would have been no room for the deer if there were kids in the bus.
So he walked up to a bus depot, wherever they park the buses, with a dead deer on his back, and just like, wow.
I guess so. I imagine the crash happened near a bus depot, and he was like, this makes sense.
He's like, well, I got to get the deer home.
Like, I feel like he didn't be like, I got to find the nearest bus. I feel like he was like, I gotta
no, of course not.
What does God need for me now? And he looked up and there was the bus depot.
He crashed. He was like 5 feet away from the bus depot, and he was like, okay, God shows me my next place.
And this makes sense to me because if I were to hit a deer, I would just be like, fuck, this is going to ruin my car. It's going to be expensive. I'm not going to be able to drive home now. I still don't have fertilizer for my garden. And now I can't even drive to the fertilizer store. And here he is like being like, boom, knock that out. Use it as fertilizer. Maybe I'll use some extra for gas in my car. Maybe I'll get some dinner out of it. And then he's like, boom, bus depot's right here. Buses are free. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I'll throw him in the bus.
Buses are free. I never paid for the school bus when I got on it when I was little. So,
and then when these police are I never paid once when I got on the bus either. And then these police are like trying to pull him over for some reason, and he's like, you know what?
For some reason,
he's clothing, like, you know what? This clothing is dirty. It's blood money clothing.
No, he was
committed a crime in these by accident.
Yeah. So he said, I am the deer now, and he went to the woods. Simple as that.
I think that, like, guys, whoever's listening, I feel like you gotta take some notes here. We are certainly taking notes. Sean and I are certainly taking notes.
I'm taking notes. I don't have my but you gotta live your life just one step at a time.
That is true.
Don't plan anything else out. Just wait till God shows you what's next and just take it.
To us, it seems like this is a crazy guy who ruined his own life. But from his perspective, it's God moving him to his next plan.
Yes. Like, so
and
this
guy
sees the chessboard that he's on and says, no thanks, I'm playing Jumanji or something.
While us cogs... Us pawns.
We are literally, and we're sitting here talking about it, you know, like,
not doing a thing. Like
just saying, if advertisers took this guy's mindset and put it into their ads, like, I think we'd be sitting around talking about ads a whole lot more if there are crazy.
Dude, if I took
stories.
this mindset into like my own writing, my own work, you know, what I do professionally, we would be making shitloads of money.
Oh my God, we would be making bank, dude. We'd be making so much fucking money.
Dude, we would be making a lot of money. And you know, because a lot of people
we'd have so many buses.
I mean, yeah, or not as literal.
I mean, yeah, take it as literally as you want, but we would have free buses, deer, and we get to run around naked in the woods.
I think more just the message of whenever you think things can't get worse, you can always make them worse.
Yeah.
That's one lesson. There's multiple lessons. There's the good lessons, like when life gives you a tree, make a lemonade out of it. There's also, if you think you haven't made a situation worse, you can always make it worse, which is nice to know.
You can always make it worse.
Because it's like you're never at your bottom, which is motivating.
Yes, you're never at your bottom.
Sean, it's like I started off when I was reading this article earlier, and I was kind of like, ooh, but now like it's hard for me to read this article and see anything but positives. It truly is.
This is a classic fluff piece. They wanted us to feel good after reading it.
I feel like this is kind of like
Yeah.
They're targeting this guy. They're putting him in jail. Of course, right now they're arresting him and not focusing on
the bigger
what's really going on.
Exactly.
Not focusing on Biden, not focusing on Big Mask,
Mask. Yeah. It makes sense.
Thank you.
It makes sense. Everybody in the whole country's talking about this bus deer guy, okay? When in reality, shit is going down in Washington. We gotta, there's a swamp. There's a fucking
swamp.
There's a swamp.
And explain the metaphor of the swamp, Sean.
Okay, so the swamp is like you just made a nice pancake, a nice stack of pancakes. The swamp comes in and says, hey, don't trip. And then you trip and spill all your pancakes. Your pancakes are your taxes. That's the metaphor.
Okay. See, now you've lost me a little.
Why?
So what's going on in Washington, to be more exact?
Oh, there's a swamp.
Okay. To be literal, though.
Oh, to be literal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our country is a failed democracy and it's being run by corporations who lobby for whatever they want, you know?
My mom will get mad about the electoral college system, but not find flaws in it. Like, she'll be like, yeah, it's because I switched states and moved to New Jersey when I used to live in Pennsylvania. And I'm like, so you agree the electoral college system sucks, right? And she's like, no, best thing, blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, that's where I'm like, I'm just confused. I feel like there's like some sort of gap. Like, I'm missing something. I'll accept it. It's not her.
You're missing 20 years of experience that she's lived and you haven't.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
She's been around longer, and I think the longer you're around, the more you'll just, you know, flies attract to old stuff, dude. You know, you don't have enough flies.
So back to this like whole deer.
That was
thing.
another metaphor, but yeah, okay.
Oh, what was the metaphor for?
The metaphor was like flies are like good ideas. And
okay.
They get attracted to older stuff. So that's that.
Yeah, I just back to this guy with the deer.
Oh, back to the guy with the deer. Is this the only news story you had? Is that I mean?
Yeah, but I mean I've got more stuff to talk about, but
oh, okay.
I mean I just keep circling back to it in my brain.
No, in my brain I'm also still thinking about him and it and the deer and the bus.
If you want to hear other news, Sean, Elon Musk changed the Twitter logo. Did you see it?
Really? What is it? I'll look this up.
If you guys don't know, Elon Musk changed the Twitter logo to Doge, the Doge meme dog.
Oh, that is so funny. That is so funny, guys. I love that.
So that's what he's up to.
I love it. I love that guy. I love him. And I love everything he does. That is so funny.
He, in a metaphorical sense, is like...
In a metaphorical sense, he's one of those
In a metaphorical
flies.
sense, he's like a lone rider on a bus going at 90 miles per hour. Police are chasing him, and he's got a dead deer in the back.
Yeah, and he's thinking while he's getting chased by the police, he's thinking, when can I get naked?
I feel like even just with Elon Musk too, that's another great example because here he is getting sued. I'm not going to go into the details because I don't know them, but he's getting sued by like Dogecoin, the blah, blah, blah actual people. And he's like, for bullshit. I don't even know, dude. Let's not even worry about it. And here he is and he's like, you know what I'll do? I'll make some lemon trees out of lemonade. I will replant this into the soil and make the new. You know what, Doge? You want me to forget about you? You're my brand, bitch. That's what he did.
Yeah, make your problem your brand. That's what you do.
We are like pulling the new. We're pulling lessons.
Lessons out of lessons, man.
Like, oh my god,
dude! I watched.
Make your problem your brand.
I
love that.
I watched Finding Nemo the other day. Do you know the lesson of that one?
Wait, give me a second. I want to guess it. Hold on.
Okay.
I know this. Come
on, man. You got it.
Fish out of water.
Close. Very close.
Okay, wait, hold on. Is it always listen to your dad?
Always listen to your parents. Yeah.
What about when they're wrong?
Huh?
What about when they're wrong?
Wrong about Big Mask?
Yeah, no. Or even like, what if like Nemo was like wanted to come out as like trans or something, and his dad was like, "No, Nemo," instead of like trying to come out to the other side of the ocean.
I'm pretty sure. Don't clownfish like do that? Like in nature, don't they like change gender or something? Isn't that a thing?
Yeah, so I think that this is something that I almost at this point I'm asking Disney, why haven't we seen it yet?
Why haven't we seen?
You're
Trans
part of the problem,
Nemo?
Disney.
Why haven't we seen Trans Nemo?
The puzzle pieces are laid out there.
Oh my god! Yeah,
everybody's asking for it.
Everybody's asking for it. And that's the one thing on everybody's minds right now is trans people. How do you think we should deal with them, Aiden? They, them.
The fish or the people?
Oh, either one. Whatever you want to tackle first.
Hot button topic.
Hot button topic. Let's make a lesson out of this, Aiden. Let's teach them all a lesson about this.
Okay, what is my opinion on what? Trans people as a whole? The same as my opinion on regular people. Let's get more specific,
okay.
Sean. So I can really just go into it.
Yeah, I want you to lay out all your personal feelings and stuff that you haven't even talked to me personally about. I want you to say it here first on the podcast.
My dark shit.
Not dark. It doesn't have to be dark.
My dark, horrible shit,
in
dude.
the recesses of your heart, like the backside, you know.
They're all just people. Everybody's just people.
Oh, that's
I
so
know,
nice.
right?
That's
so easy.
nice.
It's so easy just to say something nice on a podcast.
Yes. Well, I think that
everyone
they
is
are
listening.
I think that they're people too.
Although I want to make clear that me and Sean are not.
We're not.
We do support trans rights and stuff.
Yeah, of
and
course.
At the same time, there's not really much to goof about at this point. So
yeah,
back to
it's
the
just
deer.
funny.
Back to the deer.
Back to the deer. Yeah, that's the best. Back to the deer.
I think it's interesting how that deer transitioned from being an alive deer to a dead deer.
Oh, I didn't think of it like that. It's kind of a metaphor in itself. And the guy
he saw the dead deer and he was like, "This is not a useless deer. It might have transitioned
this is
something
not. It
different.
It
might have transitioned to something different.
I can find a place
and
for it in my garden."
Now it has, because before the deer didn't feel like itself, so the deer was just wandering around the street helplessly, right?
Yes, it wasn't
not knowing what to do.
It wasn't in its true form yet. It had to be. I don't know if we want to. Yeah, then a transition, but I don't know if we want to.
We're seeing only positives here, Sean. So I don't know.
Okay.
This isn't. We're not even.
Yeah. I don't know how you
if we're
could
treading
even...
on ice, this is the thickest ice ever because we are nailing it. We are nailing it.
I don't even know how you could see anything negative with what we're saying.
I think what's cool is that by the time this airs, people are going to be praising us, and I'm excited for it.
That is true. That we will be having praise.
I'm gonna have to practice my "you're welcomes."
You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So back to the deer.
Yes, thank you. Oh my God.
So it was a school bus that he took, right?
Yeah.
So, and there were it was in the middle of the day, so there were no kids on the school bus.
Yeah, I guess so.
So do you think those kids got screwed over, like they had to stay at school longer, or do you think that they got to be?
They probably just sent a dispatch bus.
Wow.
That's my assumption.
Oh, okay. That's a little bit of a metaphor in itself too.
Yeah, like when you're a corporate cog, you're that easy to replace.
Exactly.
The bus being the corporate cog, being you, the listener.
The bus being the corporate cog. So the guy was
being you, the listener.
Yeah, you, the listener. You, the listener at home. You. So, if the bus was the cog, the deer was a trans person, right? Is that what we were saying?
The deer was a trans person because the deer transitioned into death. Yes.
Yeah.
No. A trans deer.
No. Yeah, that sounds worse.
Deer.
A trans deer, not a trans person.
Or let's just be respectful. A dead deer.
Yes. Okay.
A dead deer. Yeah. We don't need to say we don't need to make note of that. They transitioned into death. Let's just. That's another metaphor.
Yeah. Okay. So this is our metaphor episode.
I almost feel frustrated that we're giving all of this away for free. I feel like we should have a $100 course with this stuff, Sean. We should have
a master class on metaphors and similes.
You guys listening at home, it'd be wrong of you not to donate to our Patreon at this point.
At this point, that ship has sailed, man. That bus has left the bus depot.
It is going 90 miles per hour.
It's going 90 miles an hour with a dead deer
in
the back.
Dead deer. Sometimes I feel like I'm... Yeah, sometimes I feel like I am a dead deer.
No, really?
In the back of a dead bus. Yeah.
Wow. How long have you felt
uncomfortable?
No, how long have you felt uncomfortable in your body?
Let's not get into it.
Okay, let's
I'm gonna
not.
drop it here, but in another podcast, let's bring it up and like talk about it for a while.
Okay. Look for a continuation on that after we take a short break.
Okay, see you guys in a minute.
Goodbye. Hey, you still there? Sick of the episode yet? Hey, we're moving on, so don't worry.
Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding.
What was
Hey.
that? What was that? Who's there?
Lego City's in danger.
Hey,
That was me tapping on the gas.
build the killdozer.
So
Take over town
Sean,
hall.
I saw
Yeah?
an Am I the Asshole today, and I wanted to get your take on it.
Okay.
AITA, which is acronym for Am I the Asshole? AITA for eating the toppings off my BF's pizza. Earlier tonight, I ordered a Hawaiian pizza with my BF. We've only been dating a month, so it's the first time I've shared a pizza with him.
BF stands for
Boyfriend.
Oh, okay.
We only finished about half, and then we went to watch TV. I was still hungry, so I ate all the toppings off the other half. When he saw, he absolutely flipped out. He said that he was saving it for lunch tomorrow and that he had never met anyone who would do anything like this and was just generally upset. I thought he was joking and laughed it off, but it's been a couple hours and he's still upset. He's talking about how he was looking forward to having the leftover pizza for lunch, and now I've ruined it. I've offered to buy him another pizza, but he kept saying that it wasn't about that. It just ruined his day. Is he overreacting or am I the asshole?
And you want my advice on this?
Yes.
I mean, the topping does make
It's
the
rude,
pizza.
right?
It is rude. Just to eat the
I think,
toppings off of it.
I think that to answer, yes, you're the asshole, but also, if I was your boyfriend, like, that's embarrassing to be such a baby about pizza toppings.
If I was your
That's embarrassing to be such a baby about pizza toppings. You're embarrassing, bro.
If I was your boyfriend, you wouldn't be able
to. I'm doing
What are you
the
doing?
stupidest hand gesture right now while saying that's embarrassing.
Face. Yeah, I was gonna say if I was your boyfriend, you wouldn't be able to walk right. Take that, and take the toppings off of that. Why don't you?
Yeah. Would you react like that? I would personally. Well, see, here's the thing.
It would
I would
bum
be
me
like,
out,
thank you
but-
I would be like, thank you for like making this pizza not horrible anymore and taking the stupid pineapple off. Let's remember they're eating a Hawaiian pizza.
Hawaiian pizza. Yeah, the only Hawaiian
If my
things I like are
girlfriend
punch.
ordered Hawaiian pizza for us, she's like, I just ordered Hawaiian pizza. I'd be like,
Oh my god, I Hawaiian punch her in the
call
face.
them back, change the order, or she couldn't leave at that
Get
point because she
out.
knows too much, so I'd have to kill her.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Have you never had to do that with someone you're dating?
No, never.
Well, don't share secrets then. I guess
Don't
you're better
share
at it than I am.
secrets. Yeah, well, I
Government
got
stuff.
government stuff like MK Ultra
Go on,
stuff.
dude. Forget about it.
Okay, I'm forgetting.
I said forget about it.
I am. Hawaiian punch her in the face. Did you like that one? Did you hear me say that?
No.
Because we're talking about pineapple on pizza.
Sean,
Yeah, what's up?
the reviews are in. It's not looking good for Mario
movie.
movie.
Yeah, I did
Yes.
see that. Yeah. I saw 58 on Rotten Tomato, the tomato meter or whatever.
It's pretty much exactly what I predicted when I was angry about it, which was, it seems like that's what all the reviews are, which is like, the plot is almost like, it's like there's barely a plot. It's just like blah, 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 cameo
Yeah,
thing.
cameo. Yeah, you think,
Which,
we talked about this yesterday, but you think Birdo's going to be in it still?
yeah, man, I'll bet $1 million. I'll see it tomorrow, and if Birdo's in it, we already made a verbal agreement. Birdo's in it, you owe me $1 million. If they're not in it, they're right.
What? Yeah, well, Birdo is a they them. I think Birdo was originally.
That's what I just said. Look at me
Birdo-
being on top of my Mario knowledge.
Yeah,
And woke.
Birdo was originally a man, and they transitioned into being they them. I think.
car does not end, I will pay you $1 million.
Cool. I would love to see you come up with that sum of money.
I could do it.
Yeah, no doubt that you could. I just would love to see you destroy and liquidate all your assets.
This has happened to me like twice now. Like my favorite thing is like people like feeling comfortable enough who have like worked for me or like technically, because we've had like editors, we've had camera people, we've had like a lot of people like kind of like work for us at like different periods at a time, work on the show, work on other things. And like it's the second time now it's happened. It happened today where somebody's like comfortable enough to be like, yeah, I'm like somebody who doesn't work anymore who's like who is listing me as a reference, and they're like, yeah, can you just like lie about what I did for me when they call, by the way? Thanks. I'm not gonna do that. I don't get why. Now it's happened twice. Do I seem like the kind of guy?
Would you do that for me though?
No, I'd be honest.
You'd be honest? You'd be honest about the quality of my work and what I did? You wouldn't lie? You wouldn't hype me up?
I would be like positively honest.
Oh, okay.
I would be positively honest. Like I wouldn't have anything bad to say, but I'm not gonna be like I was like there was like it was very specifically like, yeah, can you tell them this thing that's just like not true?
Oh, really?
That I did this much stuff when really it was like you were actually only doing like a third amount of like a third of the things you just said or whatever.
I would not lie for you though. I know you
That's
said
fine, dude.
I know you just said that you would lie for me, but I would not lie for you.
I just said I would not lie for you.
You said you wouldn't lie for me? Is that did I mishear that?
I never would lie for you.
What? After everything we've been through, after all of the ups and downs and the turbulent winds.
I'm just too honest, man. My reputation's at stake here, dude.
Wow, but you know the one person
Actually,
you
I don't
can't
even
be
care
honest
about the
with?
reputation thing. I don't even give a shit about that.
Yourself.
It's the principle. Another lesson.
Another lesson. And that kind of brings us back to the deer thing, doesn't it?
I agree, Sean. So hold on, I have this like summation of my thoughts somewhere. It's like 4 pages, and it's all going over this deer thing.
Just riff it.
Okay, we'll just riff on it.
Okay. There's a principle to all of this, you know?
Uh-huh.
And the fact is, he didn't mean to get caught, but he did.
That is true.
He didn't mean to leave the deer behind, but he did. He didn't mean to make all those kids late for soccer practice, but he did.
And he still should own the consequences? Is that what you're suggesting?
No.
Oh, what are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting the lesson at the end of the rainbow, after all of this, is
eat well.
Yeah, why not?
Eat well.
Eat well, everybody.
Dude.
What did you have to...
I already talked about it.
Yeah, the Mario movie. Yeah, what did you have for...
I was going to talk about my fractured tooth.
Oh, yeah. You talked about that earlier. You,
What were you going to say?
What did you have to eat today?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Like 6 cups of coffee.
It's like 4:30 p.m. and you haven't had anything?
Yeah, I don't eat until like 9 p.m.
Really? Wow. I had a bagel and butter. I had a bagel and butter and fries. And some soda.
Nice.
Thanks.
Whoa. So
he said, "Fuck you, dude."
No, I just got distracted.
Nice.
I'm sorry. No,
Anyway.
I got distracted because I was looking at the list and then I was like, oh, that's everything that I had. So
everything
what do
you
you
had
got for
planned?
us, Sean?
Okay, I have some things. We could play some Sriddles.
Yeah, give us some. Can you explain what Sriddles are?
Oh yeah, so anybody that doesn't know that Sriddles is a segment we do on Podcast Minute Talk Show. It's Sean's riddles. They're just like average, everyday riddles that anyone can get, and they make a lot of sense. And it's my favorite activity. So I love coming up and thinking of Sriddles all the time.
Give me a Sriddle.
Okay, what goes around comes around.
I'm sorry, is that a question? Are you asking me what goes around comes around? Question mark.
What goes around
I don't
comes
know.
around.
What is it?
But those toes be brown. I'm done with them. There you go. That's my strudel.
What's the answer to that?
Just like, just feet in the mouth. Just feet in the mouth.
See, that's not how games work.
Fine, I'll give you a better one. If March 10th is Mario Day, you're not going to like Luigi Day.
Why?
Because it doesn't exist.
Okay. Is that really a riddle?
It's a sriddle.
Yeah, but a riddle is Sean's riddle.
I think I said there was a clear distinction between sriddles and riddles.
Okay. Guys, oh shit. That's my stress ball. This is what I use when Sean starts talking for more than
What is that, a microphone
1
cover?
second. No, it's a stress ball that I found somewhere. My
Really?
therapist told me that every time you open your mouth, I should start. Because of all the shit I talk about you.
I do
You
that, but
start
I
hearing about
clench
it.
my butthole whenever you talk.
Okay.
All right,
Guys,
just thought I should say, but whatever. I guess
This is probably as good as time as any to
yeah.
end the podcast right here.
No, I think we should keep going.
Guys, this is about as good as time as any.
This is about
All
as
right,
good
Sean,
as time as any.
Oh, okay,
What?
yeah, it's about as good. As
Yeah, it's about.
I thought you. Guys, I made him.
I'm Sean.
And this was Podcast Minute Talk
Minute
Show.
Talk Show.